guys, my name is Sumeran Gavanda and welcome to my very own YouTube car channel. So in this video, I am reviewing my very own car, which is a Volkswagen Polo Vivo trendline. The Polo Vivo is a crowd favorite and is usually in the top 3 best-selling cars every month in South Africa. In 2023 alone, Volkswagen sold over 23,000 Vivos in South Africa, making it the best-selling passenger car in 2023. This is my Vivo. It is a 2020 1.4-litre trendline with 60,000 kilometers on the clock. Owning the car for the past couple of years, I have some knowledge and insight of what it's like to own this car. But first, let's have a look around the car to see what you get. So, the outside design is based on, yes, you guessed it, the previous generation Polo. In fact, the Vivo model of the Polo is really Volkswagen's budget car here in South Africa. So while we also have the newly designed Polo TSI on sale here as well, which is a bit more expensive, the Vivo comes in at a more affordable price. In terms of design, I think the previous generation Polo was a good looking car, and it remains the same as the Vivo. And you can get it in these colors. Although this is now being sold as a budget car, there are some differences with this car compared to the TSI model which it previously was. Some of these differences on the outside of the Vivo include there being no fog lights, manually adjustable mirrors, and 14-inch steel wheels with plastic wheel covers. Speaking about the wheels, it does come with some Goodyear efficient grip tires which ride and feel good on the road. The car has ABS and comes with disc brakes on the front wheels and drum brakes in the back. You get a key which has 3 buttons on it. The unlock button will unlock all 5 doors with one press. The lock button will lock all the doors with one press. And you get a button in the middle which will unlock the boot if you are only loading something in the back and planning on going out again. The inside of the car is very clean and cut. You get cloth seats which are comfortable, and the seats in the back have ISOFIX points for a child seat. The dashboard is made of plastic, and this black which looks pretty good and premium even though this is a budget car. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. The instrument cluster has a rev counter and a speedo which reads up to 240 km per hour, although you will never get anywhere near those speeds. This being the trendline model, it does not come with a trip computer or cruise control. You get a steering wheel which can adjust in height and reach, although there are no controls on the steering to control the infotainment. You do get a horn though, and a driver airbag in the steering. Speaking about safety, the Vivo comes with 2 airbags, one for the driver and a passenger airbag in the dash. It also has a factory alarm. The car comes with a radio, which you can also use to connect a Bluetooth or USB device. There are speakers mounted in each 4 of the doors. Something that will tell you this is a budget car is the fact that only the front doors have electric windows. The 2 in the back have old-fashioned wind-up windows. In the back, you get a seat that can fold down, although there is no split folding, so you either have to fold the whole seat or nothing at all. You get a decent sized boot. I have loaded this boot with all my camping gear and it fits well. Even though this is just a small city car, the boot is quite sizable. See, I've got my supplies bin, all my cooking stuff, and there's my gas stove and chairs, wood, sleeping bag and all of here. So I carry quite a bit in the back of this car. Although my tent does not fit in it, so I have to put it on the back seat. It doesn't fit in the boot, it's too wide, like that way. So as I said before, this is the trendline model. This trendline is literally the cheapest version of a car that is already a budget car. There's also a comfort line model which comes with a bit more features. So now let's find out what the price is. You can get a new Polo Vivo for around 270,000 rands, with higher trim levels costing more. For that money, you get a 1.4 liter 4-cylinder petrol engine, producing 54 kilowatts of power. Speaking as someone who owns this car, 54 kilowatts is not a lot of power. But you have to understand that cars like this will spend most of its time in the city going from robot to robot, so there is no need for a lot of power. In fact, if you would like to know what the 0 to 100 time is, it is, well, just over 12 seconds. Although, you really can do some long distance traveling with this car. I do it all the time, and whilst driving on the freeway at 120 kilometers per hour, the engine sits calmly and it is well under 3000 revs. The fuel tank, including reserves, is 50 liters to fill to the top from empty. And speaking as someone that daily drives this car, if you drive this car efficiently, like changing gears at low RPMs, between 2000 and 2500 RPMs, you can possibly get plus minus 800 kilometers of range from this car with one tank of fuel. Trust me, I've done it myself. The key word here is driving efficiently, and those efficient grip tires really do help. Now, I want to take some time to talk about build quality. After owning this car for a few years, I have to say that the build quality is wonderful. You will remember just a few years ago, this shape was actually the TSI model, and they just made some changes to it so that it would be more affordable to the public as the Vivo. I have taken this car on trips and even sometimes used it as an off-roader, and it has surprisingly not gone wrong. Even when I got it stuck in a ditch, after pulling it out, there was nothing wrong with the car. I just got stuck here on this road. Look at this road, it doesn't even go in. And now my car is beached on this road. So I just took some rocks that I found higher up, and I'm gonna try and get it out. I just put some more rocks on the other tire because it was just spinning the first time. Hopefully this time it works. I just stopped here at the reception to see if there's any like oil leaks or whatever. I don't see any oil leaks or water leaks. And now let me show you where it got really stuck. Okay, that whole shock dug into the ground. So the shock here was literally on the ground and it wasn't allowing the tires to move. But there's no leaks, everything seems fine. Although I would not recommend using this car as an off-roader. The driving experience is relaxed and calm. Even while traveling for hours on the freeway, the car sits truly sturdy and planted on the road. I've also owned small hatchbacks over the years, which was nowhere as near as planted as this. In those cars, you really felt it when it was a windy day. So, from an ownership view, the service on this car can be between 2,000 to 5,000 Rand, depending whether it's a minor or major service. I recently changed the brakes on the front, which included the discs and pads that costed around 3,000 Rand. The car is still on its original tires, but to get new ones, it would cost plus minus 1,000 Rand each. So between 4 to 5,000 for a new set of tires. I haven't had any mechanical problems with the car since owning it, so I just know the usual serviceable costs. My final verdict, should you buy a Polo Vivo trendline? And my answer is yes. It is a well-made, fuel-efficient vehicle that you can go anywhere with. And I told you in this video a lot of the things that this car doesn't have. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter. You get everything you need and that's enough. Just don't drive it into a ditch. So, if there is one thing that I don't like about this car, it would be that the back seats are not able to split in a 60-40. You either fold the whole seat or nothing at all. So guys, thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe for more car reviews. This is a brand new channel. This is actually my first video. The channel is so new. At the time of recording this video, I don't even know what I'm going to name my car channel, but you'll see it when this video goes live. So for my first video, I'm going to be doing a review of my very own car, which is a Polo Vivo.